Namaskar to the Gita. We have had a wonderful journey, and every journey over the lands over which we traveled, many might have traveled, but have returned to tell us what they saw in the world. So in that way, we are fortunate to have guides. It is, I call it a normal journey. We have had a pilgrimage by months. It is a pilgrimage because both Ashtavakra and Janaka, whose qualities we have been listening to, were both fully realized souls. So to hear, listen to the words of such realized souls, the holiest of affairs, it is a real substance, and that I call it a pilgrimage. And the term is shortly about to reach. The beauty of this account is, as he says, Vastu Shravana, you just hear and you reach. It is something which is unheard of, because we have always been told that great Maharshis and sages have been doing austerities, tapasya and vows 10,000 years, 20,000 years, and finally they were able to reach the Lord. And here is a claim from Ashtavakra, which has been practically demonstrated or affirmed by and both of them talking together just like the Jugalbandi. Really something wonderful. And even though it is said that by we reach, but how many of us have been? Janaka was perhaps the only one who was able to reach within 20 minutes. He just heard the first 20 strokes. He began to exclaim, oh, what a realm to, where was I and where am I? Yes, suddenly the highest stage. Now, aspire to progress. But then, what all we heard is not futile, waste. You see, during Diwali times in the south especially, got a lot of fire. So certain small harmless explosives, we call it patasik, and a small fuse, and when you light it up, it suddenly, sometimes the very hand it explodes. Not all. In several cases, you think that it's over, it's not going to work at all, and you are throw it in suddenly. So, there are fuses and fuses, somewhere it might get delayed. So, we are all having a delayed fuse, that's all. But we will reach one day. What we have heard can never waste. Every word of it and imprinted in our subconscious mind, and it is going to work by itself. It is going to activate that spiritual thermostat which the Lord has provided in everybody, villain or saint. Everyone has to reach it. But then this Guru, people like they are just like the alarm. They do nothing. They don't change you, they don't transform you. Nothing happens to you. thing is, we have been slumbering deeply and you are awakened. So the Guru, like Ashtavakra, they are all alarm clocks for us. But then why do we all wake up then? In the houses also we keep the alarm clock, right, to get up at 3 o'clock. But how many will really get up? 3 o'clock? If it is nearby, just do like and go to sleep again. And sometimes it may repeat, you get annoyed. So we may not get up, we may not be asleep also, we will be turned. And only when you will get up. None of us are asleep in the real sense. All of us are awake. But we don't want. So the only problem is we have to will that we have to get up. Suppose you have to travel somewhere, you have to catch a plane at 9 o'clock. You do get up. Not only because of the alarm clock, even without it, when you get up. I have never used an alarm clock in my life. I have been a very waiting man. And I had to get up sometimes at 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, exactly earlier. I will get up. The mind is conditioned to it. It's your will. If you strongly will it, don't give any counter commands. Yes, mind, I want to get up at 3 o'clock. Don't be too particular about it. Some 20, 30, so don't give that counter command. Then you will. Similarly here, nobody can wake up a man who is out. Only a sleeping man can be awakened from his sleep. So naturally, we will wake up only when we want. So let us will that purely, because all the dreams we see are not sweet dreams. There are nightmares from which you would like to escape. What we call as unhappiness, sorrow, suffering, dukkhas. So we would like to avoid those nightmares. If you want to avoid, better get up early. And now we are coming to the last 2 shlokas. 13th. Kvopade kvaba shastram Shya kvaja mahaguru Kvajasti purusha va Nirupad vasyame. As I was telling, our guide Janaka had been extremely compassionate and generous to a fault. He has opened doors of such treasures which are normally never opened for normal visitors. He has opened it to us, what is called the transcendental Turiya state. Turiya Tita. We have never had much acquaintance with the Turiya Tita state. You have heard of Jivan Muktas? Yes, very often. And sometimes we say Turiya, that is all right. There is also one Jivan Mukta. But that transcendent supreme conscious state called Turiya Tita, the door is rarely open to anybody. You have to discover, then you are taken there secretly. And it's not proclaimed through drumbeat over in Ashtavakra Gita. He has done it. So he has gone to that stage, he has gone straight into the deep consciousness. He has gone to its very depth. There is no more place to go. And from there he is talking. Jivan Mukta is one who has just touched the periphery of the circle of the superconscious. Here is one who has traveled to the very maximum inside him. So he says at that stage, what is my stage? I said the last phrase is the phrase. Nirupade Syame. I am the Shiva. Shiva, if you are the Lord with that matted hand, Ganga and the moon on his head. They're all They are all as much true as our body is, and not beyond that. So, the Shiva by Shiva means that which is highly auspicious for us, that is that super consciousness, that supreme consciousness, that timeless awareness, whom we call that ultimate Lord, that supreme being. And what sort of being it is? Because the supreme being, we say a qualified Brahman. Qualified Brahman is that where he exists along with the world. Nothing exists apart from him. He has gone to that state of loneliness where he alone exists as the ultimate final reality. Nirupadhi. Upadhi means the limiting adjunct. What do you mean by limiting adjunct? Here I keep a beautiful nice crystal. The crystal is flat, absolutely white. Then behind it I place a big hibiscus flower, shambhar, the red flower. Behind it I place. Then when you see, you find that the entire crystal is of reddish hue. It looks reddish. Reddish is not in its inherent character. It is not one of the inherent qualities of the crystal. Crystal is pure. But there is an upadhi. Upadhi is something external which extends its shadow or coloration over the other, so as to make you think that it is an inherent quality of the other. That is called the upadhi. Supposing I say I am a man, upadhi, you may be a woman. So, man, woman, you are only the sheer consciousness. You are only the Chaitanya, the pure consciousness. Consciousness means the existence, I am. So the sheer existence, simply I am, is not as a man, not as a woman, not as an 80-year-old man. So when you say 80-year-old, you are talking of the time which has passed. It has nothing to do with you. Who are you? I am Shiva. So my age is not the criterion. If you ask who are you, I am an engineer. Engineer is your profession. What are you, man? So you are not an engineer. You are not this thing. You are only the consciousness. You are the consciousness. So he's saying that I am an engineer, I am an MBA, I am a PhD, I am 80 years old, I am a man, I am a South Indian, I am from Tiruvannamalai. These are all the any qualification if you have that supreme consciousness. Supreme consciousness is nirvishesha. Nirvishesha means there is absolutely, it is undistinguished. There is nothing to separate it from it. Supposing you take a flower and you take off all its color, the entire color is taken off. Then how that flower remains? It is there is nothing to distinguish it. That is just you see an outline, that's all. So the Brahman is Shesha. I am that. I am that Lord Shiva. I am that Chaitanya. So Nirupa Sivasyame, I don't have any of these. They limit you. When you say 80 years old, it limits you. I am that supreme consciousness who has never born, never going to die. My age is multiple millions, and even then I am never going to die. What do you mean that my age? So by age you are limiting. If I say I come from Tiruvannamalai, I am now staying in Tiruvannamalai. You are limiting yourself. Brahman, you are everywhere. You are in every place at all times. So how can you limit yourself to it? So anything which limits you, that is called the limiting object. It is called the upadhi. So I am the pure Shiva. I am the pure crystal, where there is nothing whose qualities are in here. I got no inherent qualities at all. I am without any quality. Pure. I am nirmala. So Nirupadhe Sivasyame. Absolutely, I got nothing. And then, at this stage, what happens? Kopadesha Kovasa. When you have reached that ultimate stage called the Turiyatita stage, there is no question of anybody's instructions. Because you are alone. Where is the Guru? Only if there is a Guru, he is going to give you. So where is the question of Upadesha? Upa means near. Desha means to indicate. So Upadesha means keeping a person very near and lovingly and carefully indicate to him. That is called Upadesha. To indicate, he can only indicate. He can't give it to you in a plate. You have to reach it. You have to reach it. He can indicate the direction in which you can go to get that ultimate, that Lord. Upadeshaha. Where is the instruction? Kova Shastram. Where is the question of any scriptures? Scriptures contain all these instructions of me. The instructions of the Manchis, the instructions of the Lord. So, when there has never been any Upadesha, when the instructions do not rise, when there is nobody else apart from you, there is no Shastra, there are no scriptures. You are at that age. Kvachityaha, Kochava, Guru, yes, reach that high stage where there is no difference between a disciple and a master. The master becomes the teacher, the disciple becomes the master. It is a wonderful thing because the Shastras normally say, so long as the body is there, never you can do Advaita with your Guru. Nadvaitam Guru. So the Guru is a Guru. You might have reached the same state as him. You might have merged in him, but still you have no right to say that I am equal to the Guru. That is why Shankara says, Lord, I am yours, but you are not mine. I will not say you are not mine, you are mine. It will be a sacrifice to say. You always say the waves of the ocean, but you never say the ocean or the wave. How can it be? Yes, the waves form the ocean. There is no difference at all. But you can't say the ocean or the wave. It is always the wave of the ocean. Ocean is always free. But for the ocean you would never. But for the ocean there would never be. But for the Guru you would never reach this stage. So we can never discharge to the Guru. But then there are stages. So this is a final stage where you find only yourself. There is no Shishya, there is no Guru. There is a Nirvana Shakya is one of the slokas written by Shankara. It's a beautiful one. There he says, Name Mrityu Shanka, Name Jati Vedaham, Pita Naiva Mata Najanna, Nabandhur Namitram Guru Naiva Shishyaha, Chidananda Rupa Shivoham. So, Shankara also has come to that. There is a stage when neither the Guru exists, nor the Shishya exists, neither the mother exists, nor the father exists. There are no relatives, there are no mitras. Na bandhur na mitram, Guru naiva shishyaha. So I am the supreme consciousness, nothing more. I am aware of my existence, sheer existence and awareness. That's all. So, he has come to the stage. Kushishyaha Kuchama Guruhu. Mahakashapa was one of the disciples of Gautam Buddha. He became enlightened, but he didn't go. Every day morning he used to come at the feet of the Guru and sit by his side. Buddha only called him, hey Mahakashya, your period is over. You are no longer an apprentice, you are a master in your own right. Go out and teach it to the world what you have gained. Sir, if only you had told me that after enlightenment I would leave you, I would rather not have enlightened, I would have been with you. Where can I get such a person, such a noble person like a Buddha? You have come now, perhaps for another several thousands of years, we may not get another. So you are a rarity. Enlightenment is very common. Everybody is getting it. I will also get it one day, but not you. So I would like to leave you. So he put the condition, Buddha, I prefer to go out, provided, number one, every day you will send word to me in which direction you are going, so that I will bow to the direction, prostrate to the direction in the morning, and only my days will start. I have to prostrate to my Guru, so I should know in which direction my Guru is there on that particular. Number two, on the day when you try to depart from this world, you want to leave your body, you must let me know you will leave your body only in my presence and not Buddha is what is talking. Do you mean that when that comes, I will go and ask him, please wait, my Krishna is to come, I have sent word, I have sent him a telephone call. What are you talking? Even letting you know every day my direction is difficult, you are giving much more difficult conditions. He said, okay, so then I will go. Now, Buddha was Dharma. Finally he agreed, he had to. So this is a case where, even after becoming a supreme master in his own right, he was the successor to Buddha. After Buddha left his body, Ananda, his greatest disciple, was not made his successor. His successor was Mahatma. He was such a great man. And finally, Buddha had to call him on the day of his nirvana. He came, kept his Guru's head on his lap, and then Buddha departed. So there are other cases where a disciple never wants to become a Guru externally. He may be internally a master, but he would like to remain as a disciple. Only he can be a perfect master. It's also there. Otherwise, you will get your enlightenment and you go. But you can't be a master to somebody. If you want to be a master, you should know how to remain a disciple. If you want to be a leader, you should know how to obey. Kuchati Purushottamanada. Where is the question of any effort? There is no question of effort. I was always that. I was always the Brahman. Even when you are sleeping, during a dream, when Shantananda dreamt that he was the king of England, even then he was only a beggar. He was staying in Ramanasramam only. He, as a dreamer, he was lying in Ramanasramam. He never became a king. It is a delusion. So where is the question of becoming a king? So where is the question of becoming anything? You are the Brahman. There is no efforts which are needed. You have to just say that I am the Brahman, remain as that, no more. There is no question. Behave as Brahman, talk as Brahman, walk as Brahman, remain as Brahman. That's all. Remain the supreme being. Nothing more. Refuse to be influenced by anything external. Don't recognize the world. So we go to the next, the last one. Kochasti kochavan Kasthikekam Kadvayam Bahunatra Kimudena Vinodishtadevana. So Janaka ends his experiences in the highest realm of the transcendental state. It is a supra-transcendental state. This. People say there is a God. People say, no God. What are we talking? There is neither, you can't say that there is something. You can't say that there is nothing. Nothing. I alone exist, there is only reality. Where is the question of saying this exists, that doesn't exist? Unless there is something called a non-existence, there has always been existence. There has never been a non-existence. So where is the question of existence versus non-existence? There is no name. Suppose in this world, I alone were there, so who will give me a name? I will be nameless. I will remain without a name. Because there are 1,000 people with distinguished people have to give me a name. So the word is came because there is a question of is not. But here he is in such a state where he was always there. The question of is or is not. The question of bhava or bhava. The question of presence or absence. Nothing at all. Then we say there is only one reality, there is only one Bhagavan. We call it Advaita. No, there are two. The world is also equally real. There is Prakriti and Purusha. Whatever. There is neither one. There is not two. There is no Krishna, one or two. I alone exist, that's all. One came because there were two. So you had to invent the first one because there were two, there were three, there were four. So if there is nothing else, who is going to give a name called one? Then it will not be in our vocabulary at all. There is no one or two. In the latest issue, the Mountain Path, there is a beautiful article on Madhvacharya's teachings. Then at the end they have put, somebody asked Bhagavan Ramananda, Madhvacharya was such a great saint, and when he knew that there is only one reality, why did he preach this Dvaita or the duality? Why at all he preached? Bhagavan, he is very clever in turning the ball. He had been a great batter in his cricket in his earlier days. He batted it off saying, look here, why are you bothered whether it is one or two? When you go there, you will know. So all the matas, whether it is Madhvacharya's Dvaita or whether it is Shuddha Dvaita or whatever it is, Dvaita, Advaita, Vasishta Guha, whatever you call it, they have all accepted that surrender is a method. So you surrender yourself to the Lord, you surrender yourself to yourself, surrender yourself to the Supreme Divinity. So surrender is the easiest way you do it, and then you come to a stage, then we will see whether there is one or two you can see. This was it. So at the highest level when you went, there is neither one nor two. Bahuna Trakimuktena. Now he says, I have talked a lot. What is the use of talking a lot? Nothing is going to happen. If anything is to happen, I have told enough, it would happen with this. By adding a few more slokas, I am not going to gain, nor anyone is going to gain. Bahunatra kimuktena. Atra kimuktena bahuna. Bahuna means a lot. Muktena means speech. So what is the use of making a lot of speech? So I have done enough. Kinchinno tishthate mama, nothing comes out of me. He doesn't say, I can't talk, because he never talked. The Jivan Mukta never talked. Bhagavan Ramana never talked. Buddha never talked. But to the onlookers, it looked that he was talking to us. They were not talking. Where was the individual to talk to you? So, you heard it. Everything happened, but there is nobody who makes it happen. It happens. You see, the flower, it just comes out of the tree. Does anybody go there, make it come out, pull it every day a little more? Nothing. It just comes by itself. So everything happens by itself. So here there is only a radio. So in the radio never talks. Somebody else talks. So it is the divinity which was talking all along. So it has not stopped. It knows when to stop. It knows when to begin. So kinchinno tishthate, nothing comes out of my heart. That's all. With this he closes.